This is how long it takes you to create a perfume based off of your personality using AI. But only one man can tell us the full story.
My name is Adel, and I am one of the co-founders of Kairotronica. Kairotronica is a new media art festival. What we do is we bring people who practice at the intersection of art, science, and technology, and we try to bring artworks that comment on the impact of science and technology on society. Alghorithmic Perfumery was one of the people that we selected as a part of the curation for our festival in 2021. So this was the outcome of a project that the main artist, had done with a big perfumery house. The artist is called Frederick Duranic, and he started now a company called Centronic. The name of the company that invited him was called IFF, and it's a big perfumery company. We started in June, and we had it planned for 10 days. Because of the huge reception, we finished actually perfumes we got in 4 days, and we felt that it was such a shame to actually have the entire experience be used only for 4 days and only have people see it if we saw that a lot more wanted to see it. So it took us a bit of a while to figure out how to bring it back and cover costs primarily, and then that's why we extended it to the second time. But this is not only the Egyptian premiere, or it's also the Middle East and Africa premiere.
But why is this so important to the founders and Kairotronica?
If I step back a little bit, what's the point? Why is this important? It's because scent is very strongly linked to emotion. So what happens is when you associate a certain emotion or a certain memory even to a scent, it operates on a subconscious level. It's very difficult for you to actually undo that. You can undo, let's say, a memory or an emotion to something visually. For example, you see somebody, you have certain emotions, and then you teach yourself to have the opposite emotions later on. With scent, that's not the case. So that's a very powerful thing, and that's something that in this particular case, the artist felt that they want to decouple and give that power to the individual, where every individual has their own unique scent. The experience starts with the user walking into the room and filling in a survey. So they're asked to answer all these questions that gives basically 3 separate AIs a good snapshot or picture of the individual as they see it themselves. The survey is also meant as a tool for self-reflection, so it gets the user ready to be aware of what their personality is, what they like and dislike. Also, there are some questions that are not feeding the machine. They're actually just meant for purely self-reflection. Once that survey is completed, the individuals see the formulas that the AI has come up with, and they get a code. They enter that code into the machine, and then they themselves see the machine as it's making the perfume that they have produced with their own personality. They have 38 accords, and what this means, it's an industry term for sort of scent. So you have 38 scents that are in containers, as you can see behind me, and they're on 2 rows. So you have 2 rows of 18 containers, all connected to a pump at the base, and then you have a bottle that sort of travels on a belt, and as it moves under each container, the pumps pump exactly the right amount. That makes up the formula that the individual produced. Simple perfumes, I've seen as little as 2 ingredients. I've not seen 1 yet. And complex, I would say maybe up to 15, 18 ingredients. So it's really up the algorithm and up to the answers that the people sort of feed into it. The machine at the moment is set up to give 4 to 5 millimeters to each individual. At the end of the machine, you get the 3 bottles, you try them, 3 different separate perfumes that have been produced. You give feedback back to the machine to tell it which one worked, or which one they felt resonated the most with them. And that way the AI improves and figures out and looks at patterns as to what exactly resonated with individuals with these particular traits.
دي حاجة أنا لو شميتها هقول إن إيه ده أنا قوي.
Perfume number 2 was pretty much accurate, something I would actually wear. And number 3 as well, but perfume number 2 is more accurate.
I don't think it was what I expected, but I like it.
Oh, the 3 do, but I'd go for Roger 2 was the best.
It's very nice though, I'm surprised, بس اللي هو مش حاسة قوي
Between those who loved it and those who didn't, what do you think your personality smells like? This is Adel Fakhry, reporting for AUCTV.